here is our first ever episode of Card to Card. This is going to be a fun set of videos to do. We'll talk about the history of and the background behind some really cool cards that have come out. The first episode, this is going to be about the Cumberland Spaceman card from Wilderness, MetaZoo Wilderness set. I really like that artwork, artwork by Poncho. Really cool card. And I was kind of intrigued by it because there was in the same set, there's a Cumberland Dragon and a Cumberland Spaceman. So I was wondering, okay, so why is there two different Cumberland cards? We will talk about the Cumberland Dragon in a future episode, but these are actually two different Cumberlands. They're not the same place. This Cumberland Dragon was based in the United States. This one was actually based in England. And there's a really interesting story behind this card. It's one of the reasons I love MetaZoo, because the cards are based on like real life events and creatures and stuff. I say real life, but real life stories behind them. You know, I love Pokemon too, but there's not really a lot of actual history behind those characters. Where in this set, these are based on real things. So this is also the Cumberland Spaceman is also known as the Solway Firth Spaceman, and this was an incident that happened way back on May 23rd, 1964, by a fireman, Jim Templeton. He was out in a meadow with his wife and daughter, and they were just picking flowers and taking some pictures. And there's actually, I do have a picture here of to show you a sample here. I'm going to bring it up. There is the daughter, and you can see the wife over here on this side of the picture as they're picking flowers. Now, Mr. Templeton, he took 3 pictures that day, okay? And on the second picture, despite not seeing anything going on in the background of the picture, he found, once the film was developed, he saw something very, very interesting. Now, this is the part of these videos are, you know, not just card openings, guys. There might be something that might creep people out, because we're talking about cryptid creatures and some of these stories behind these amazing creatures. Okay, so here's a picture of the daughter. She has her flowers there, as you can see. And if you'll notice, now again, this may be disturbing for some viewers. Caught in the picture was what appeared to be a spaceman. So let's zoom in on this spaceman. And Mr. Templeton swore there was no one else around besides him and his wife and daughter when he took this picture. And when he got the film developed, that was in the picture. As you can tell, it looks kind of like a spaceman back there as they're at this meadow. Anyway, that's the famed picture. So the Cumberland Spaceman has actually been caught on film, as you can see there. Now, as the story goes, he sent the picture into the Cumberland paper, and they published it, and became a legend, a cryptid type event where everybody's trying to figure out what in the world was that in the picture. And, you know, it just became the legend of the Cumberland Spaceman. And so this card, so genius. I appreciate this card more and more every time I look at it. Let's see if we can get the light just right. So you can see, very similar meadow, excellently done, sunny day. And if you look back there, I just noticed this. You can see a little girl way back there in the background. So a lot of thought went into the artwork on this picture. I love it. This is one of my favorite cards from the set. I mean, it's not a rare card or anything, but so cool, and what an awesome story as a background story to this card, the Cumberland Spaceman. Let's see what they say here. It says, the cryptid nation is nothing like Grimm's kingdom back home, though I can't help but admire the beauty in the little things here. Cumberland Spaceman. Cumberland Spaceman said that, apparently. But, and a little star there. If there's a camera within eyesight, this beastie gains whatever that effect is. And if this beastie is directly behind a terror you control, it gains whatever that is. So, a lot of little secret little Easter eggs in these cards. So, now that you can see the story behind the card, hopefully your appreciation will grow a lot more for this card, just like it has for me. I mean, I absolutely love this card, and I really love the backstory behind it. And it's just some of the stuff that makes these MetaZoo cards really cool, and so cool that they've been able to design a TCG around stuff like this. And I will say that in 2014 there was an expert to try to debunk the spaceman. I'm going to bring this other picture back up, and he says that this individual back here, this spaceman, is actually the mom, and that the camera was not, when he was taking the picture with the camera, that he could not see back behind his daughter. And according to this expert, this so-called expert, that was not a spaceman, that was actually the mom. But, you know, as we can see, this individual is clearly wearing a spacesuit and clearly wearing white. It does kind of look like someone facing away. I will give him that. But as we look at the other picture of the mom, you can see she's wearing a blue dress. I don't know if you can really tell that clearly. But the explanation for that was that the exposure of the picture made it appear to be white. Anyway, that is the Cumberland Spaceman, born of legend from a picture taken by Mr. Templeton. And that's how these types of stories, they have great original beginnings, and just fascinating. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was our first episode of Card to Card, and we're going to do more of these. I'm going to try doing them on Fridays once in a while, just as a fun thing on Friday. You know, it's funner than opening up just boring opening up packs. Let's actually enjoy some of the cards. We might do some sports cards too, tell the story behind those, tell stories behind any type of card. So, of course, like and subscribe, and, you know, keep your eyes out there, everybody. Later.